I want to point out one thing else. For those of you who are hoping that the expansion of MA or the early enrollment happens, I want to remind you who's going to get in to this program. And this follows a national plan that was adopted this year with great duress at the federal level. And there is no asset limit. And there is no residency requirement. And so that means a person moves in with a whole basement full of gold bullion or a nice boat or a car, and they're going to get medical assistance, and you're going to pay half of it. They expect that some 20,000 people will sign up for this, and I think it's going to be more. And it doesn't. Some people dodge their. They don't pay. They work for cash, and they're going to get in. And the money that we're going to be putting toward their coverage, which will be much more than the 20,000 people, is going to supplant the money that some people would rather put into education, or into the environment, or into reducing other necessary retrenchments and managements of parts of the budget.
I wanted to address the differences that have come up in the course of discussions after the last 2 weeks. And the new federal health care reform does make two differences from our current Medicaid program. It does eliminate the asset test, and it does change the residency requirements, at least as regards to Minnesota Care. For those on GAMC, the residency requirement is identical to what it is under current law, and that's most of the people coming to this program anyway. Speaking with the department, they anticipate no increased enrollment as a result of the residency requirement. It is going to have a negligible effect. We've spoken to the department, and that's the information that they've given us. And as for the asset limit, it was $3,000 and $6,000. That is gone. They expect about a 2 to 4% increase in enrollment as a result of eliminating that asset asset limit. And most of the people who will fall within this program now because of the elimination of that asset limit. And remember, these are people living on less than $8,000 a month. In that situation, you don't build up a lot of, or a year, excuse me. You don't build up a lot of assets. Those people who are coming in actually will mostly likely be people with serious disabilities who would otherwise qualify for medical assistance. GAMC people who are anticipating who have family resources because their parents happen to have resources. And so that's who we're talking about with regard to this. I don't think it's a tremendous expansion, and to the extent it is an expansion, it's going to be serving people with serious disabilities who actually, I think all of us would agree, deserve or are that people want to help. And so I would encourage your support, members.